Well, I was lucky enough to meet Parissa and her husband Vince at around 14 weeks when they were referred to us for a spontaneous twin pregnancy. And unfortunately, there was a concern that the mom had broken her water very early in pregnancy. You know, at 14 weeks, 17 weeks, really until at least 22, 23 weeks gestation, the babies are just too young. And so if she would deliver, unfortunately, there would be no interventions that we could offer the babies to let them survive.
I think we immediately knew that it wasn't looking good for one of the babies. In fact, both babies were now at risk, and I was at risk for infection. And it was just, I mean, I've been through a lot in my life, but that was the most devastating point I've ever felt. I've never felt that kind of pain. And I remember looking over at Vince and seeing the pain on his face, and it just crushed me.
So they kind of just said, look, at this point, you know, the best case is let's just wait and see. And he still has a heart rate.
Dr. Williams gave us a few options, and one of them, to just hold on and wait, was for me to go on complete bed rest. And I think immediately my reaction was, of course, like, I'll do whatever it takes.
Parissa and Vince basically lived at Sharp Mary Birch Hospital for a total of 3 months. I remember it quite well because we celebrated Thanksgiving, Christmas, Parissa's birthday, my birthday.
So yeah, the goal was to make it to 22 weeks so I could be admitted to the hospital, and then after that make it to 34 weeks, the day of our C-section. So looking back, I remember feeling so happy and relieved when we were at the hospital, because then I knew, okay, immediately I felt like we were in great hands from the moment we got here. And I felt like, okay, now our babies are deemed viable. Now they have an even better chance. And I think it was relieving, but I also think there's a common misconception about bed rest, that it's restful. It's not really. I mean, it's, you know, it's pretty round the clock. You got to make sure that, you know, you're taking your meds, you're getting your monitoring done. But all those things help keep me pregnant.
And fortunately, she made it to that day. I know the last week we were all definitely on pins and needles, hoping that we could make it, which we did. And it was just amazing to be there, to see Parissa and Vince ready, ready to go down for their C-section on the antepartum unit, for all the nurses, you know, wishing them well. And then for myself and my partner being able to deliver the babies with a C-section was just so amazing. To hear Rocky cry. I think Parissa and Vince's case honestly is a medical miracle. Just because there's literally only a handful of case reports in women who have broken their water so early, and very little information on women that have had a multiple gestation with this complication.
Luckily, turning the corner, we're ecstatic and feel blessed, and just, you know, we feel like we got a miracle.
The boys, they're doing phenomenal. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better outcome. I think I'm still in a state of shock about everything. They're perfect, and when we hold them, it just feels surreal that they're here and they're healthy and they're happy, and we can't wait to take them home.